What's up, everybody? I'm Stenosis, and today we're going to talk about the history behind losing control. Losing Control, that song had some lyrics that were hard to record. Not as far as the gear or anything like that, but they were hard to get out because we all have this wall, this sort of protection that we subconsciously give ourselves, which stops us from going into certain places in our minds. And Losing Control was an example of me being able to get over that wall and finally say some words that are hard to say for me. With Losing Control, it carries with it this fear of running out of time to live the life that you want to live. And I don't know if happiness is even truly possible, because if you're happy with everything, then what's left to gain? So maybe fulfillment isn't possible. You never know. But you always feel like you're falling short of where you deserve to be. That seems self-centered, but let me elaborate. It's not so much of where you feel that you deserve to be because of your status in society, or you think that you're some big shit who is entitled to something. It's more about all the pain that you go through. The lyrics, all the pain that I breathe, the death I've seen should amount to something, but I never feel like I'm enough. It's about going through times that just suck. And then whenever you reflect back on those times, relative to where you're at in your present and where you see your future going, and you ask yourself, what the fuck is the correlation here? Why did I live that past? And why do I see this future coming? And I sat on the music of that song for quite a while. The music was recorded and finished long before the lyrics were wrote, and I would just play the song over and over and over again for months. This song was not easy to write lyrics to due to that wall. You know, it's hard. You can approach it, you can try to get over it, but I mean, it's just a pain in the ass to do. And I just kept listening to it, and I kept listening to the instruments, and I wanted the song to tell me what did it want to say. I had an idea of what direction I wanted to take it. I kind of knew the emotions that I wanted to put in it, but I didn't know the right words to say which would translate the meaning of the song in a way that carried the most weight, in my opinion. Every time I write lyrics, I never want to write lyrics that are 70% or 80% or 90%. I want to write lyrics that allow me to rip that piece out and place it into something else. I remember being pissed off and irritated that the album didn't feel like it was coming together. Things didn't quite feel like they were meshing, and it was a point where I was just frustrated. I didn't know why things felt in disarray, and they could have been in perfect order, and I may not have even known it. We go through times like that where you're pissed off for no real reason. Things are fine, but you're going to be mad anyway. And I started to wonder why. Why were the lyrics not coming? What was the purpose of the past? What was the expectation of the future? Once I stopped thinking about the music, once I stopped thinking about, okay, what does this song need to sound like? That's when everything fell into place for Losing Control. The lyrics flooded into my head, and all of the vocals were tracked that same day. In, I think, just a few hours, they were tracked and all laid down. And after that, it was one of those things where I kind of had to take a step away from recording because that was such a taxing process. And then once I got it out, it was in a way exhausting, entirely worth it too. Plus, that riff is fun as hell to play. You can pick up Scream Therapy at iTunes or Google Play, or you can stream it on Spotify. If you want to pick up some Stenosis swag merchandise, go to stenosismusic.net. Goodbye.